Years of fighting and mismanagement have left the education system in the DRC in ruins, and an estimated 4 million primary school-age children without education. With so many children being denied their right to education, the DRC has been identified as one of the countries where Save the Children's work under the Rewrite the Future banner is to be scaled up over the next 3 years. By building on successful education work developed by the team in South Kivu, they hope to ensure that over 480,000 children across the country, particularly the poorest and most vulnerable, are able to access a quality education by the end of 2010.
In the DRC program, one of the major components is our education program, which is part of the initiative of the Alliance, where we would like to reach about 500,000 children, including 150,000 children who would have access to school for the first time.
One of the main obstacles keeping children out of school is financial, as the government is currently unable to ensure free education. It is estimated that the cost of sending a child to school is around $30 per year. But in a country where around 80% of the population earns less than $1 a day, the majority of parents simply cannot afford it. Education becomes a luxury instead of the right of every boy and girl.
The main targets of these activities are children such as those who are orphans, who've been formerly associated with armed groups or forces, or children from the poorest families who've never had a chance to go to school. By setting up accelerated learning classes, Save the Children enables these children to catch up and to be reintegrated into the formal schools alongside their peers.
Last year, they helped over 2,000 children go to school for the first time.
Sikukuwa nakuya kwa masomo juu nilikuwa nakosa makuta.
Kukuya kwa masomo inanisaidia kusoma na kuandika, na inanisaidia mimi siko tena my bob.
Masomo ya ALP inasaidia watoto. Nyuma ya kuisoma, wenyewe walikuwaka banarangaranga mbarabara, wengine walikuwa wanapigana njiani na kuiba. Nyuma ya kusoma ile masomo, banabadilika, wanakuwa watoto wema kama na wengine.
Siku ndakuwa mkubwa ndespenda nipate diplome na grade nikuwe directeur wa masomo.
Siku ndakuwa mkubwa ndespenda nikuwe munganga nike natunza watu.
One of the main barriers to education in DRC is financial. Children and their families simply can't afford to pay their school fees. In order to tackle this situation, Save the Children has been setting up income-generating activities in some of the schools that it supports. The funds raised through these activities, amongst other things, help to subsidize the school fees of the particularly vulnerable children.
Le Pebouera a une boutique pour aider les enfants vulnérables et les parents. Nous y vendons des produits vivriers et non vivriers.
In February this year, an earthquake measuring 6 on the Richter scale shattered South Kivu, causing damage to hundreds of schools and leaving thousands of children without a safe space to learn.
Bon, je disais que c'était le 3 février. Lors de ce séisme, il faisait 9h45. Ce bâtiment qui abritait 3 classes et des bureaux de l'école s'est effondré.
Save the Children is working with other organizations to ensure that children are able to continue learning whilst they prepare to rebuild the school. In future, building back safer with sound materials will ensure new schools are earthquake resistant. Save the Children has plenty of experience with this type of work, having already rehabilitated 25 schools in South Kivu.
In order to improve the quality of education in the schools that we support, Save the Children is providing teachers with training on themes such as the national curriculum, child rights and child protection, and active and participatory learning methods.
Qui contient la matière et les directives. Et la matière ici est présentée comme une liste seulement, comme l'avons là-bas.
La formation porte sur l'exploitation du programme national et sur la méthode active et participative. À l'insu de notre formation, nous serons capables d'appliquer et pratiquer cette méthode dans nos écoles et surtout sur nos élèves que nous enseignons.
Child participation is a fundamental part of all the work that Save the Children does. By providing training to school management committees, encouraging them to include children amongst their membership, we feel that this will strongly help develop child participation in school decision-making processes.
Jia watoto wadogo kukua katika kikundi chetu ni kusudi watusaidie kwa kusensibilize wengine kuingia kwenye masomo.
Formation iko mzuri na ilikuwa mzuri zaidi kwa shi komite de para, kuona ilitupatia majifunzo mzuri na ujuzi, kuona na shi kama vile komite de para tulijua na shi tunapaswa kusimamia nini na kufundisha nini wenzetu wazazi wenyewe tunashimamia komite de para.
In order to be able to deliver quality education and to have a positive impact on children's lives, it's important that we're able to invest not just in the immediate term but also in the long term. Save the Children will be advocating for increased investment in education in the DRC, both from governments and donors over the next few years.